Well, what is going on? Another unboxing today, this time of a couple of prototypes, the Conqueror Vici. And again, this is a prototype, so it's not coming in any fancy packaging or anything, but we're going to dive in and explore them together right here on Watch Witt. Yeah, so like I said, these are just going to come in some little pouch, I imagine, because it's just the prototype going around from reviewer to reviewer. And thanks to Steve at the Watch Corner, he, again, turned me onto this brand, and you can check out his video of it right up there. Hello, watch number 1. Hello, watch number 2. Ooh, yes. Yeah, look at that, the white dial version. So this is the Quartz model. Yeah. Man, you have me a white dial. And look at that logo. I really love his logo at the top, at the 12. That's slick. All right. Aha. Oh, yes. See the subtle difference already? So blue dial on this one, but see that radial inlay? Or is it raised? I can't quite tell yet. But, and then it looks like the logo might be a little different too. Not quite sure. But man, that is gorgeous. Wow. So immediately what I'm noticing is just this crispness to it. I don't know if it's the color combined with the clearness of the crystal, but I think a lot of it has to do with this fluted bezel. I mean, that has just got a awesome look to it. And it's just, you know, enough to kind of dress it up a touch, but not make it so blingy. It's very nice. I think it's probably one of my favorite features of this case design. You know, I've seen this watch on other reviewers' channels and was excited to get it in, so it does not disappoint. It looks even better in person. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we'll compare the two. Like I said, so here they are side by side. This is the automatic, which is going to come in a Miyota 9015. And this is the Quartz, which will be in a Swiss Ronda. Not sure what's in this prototype. I'll see if I can find out. But yeah, so we'll compare these two. Just kind of, you know, go by a little bit one by one. As much as I hate to put down this white dial, because I love white dials, we'll start with this, the automatic. Now, since these are prototypes, I'll try and give you what changes I know of kind of as I go through, and anything I miss, then I'll just try and do a kind of roundup list at the end. But I will know, we'll say for starters, that the crown, which is signed, that's a great logo. So I do know that it's 6 millimeters now, and it will be enlarged to 6.5 millimeters. Not much, but just enough to make a difference. I mean, there's a reason behind it, right? Somebody wanted a larger crown. So you've got 100 meters of water resistance with that screw-down crown and screw-down case back. And I just realized we can see what the movement is because it's got a display case back. So let's just get in there right now while we're thinking about it. So that is the Miyota 9015. All right, and then while I'm back here, so you see a milled clasp. It's got the double push button with the fold-over safety latch. And so there has been some problems. See how that kind of pops up, the safety latch? So I guess it has to do with the way that these are set in. With that notch there and the little pivot dot. So the clasp is going to be improved, so this will not happen. Again, that's the whole reason of prototypes is you want to see what the watch is like in the real life. And so that's one problem they noticed, that latch wants to pop up. So the clasp will be similar, but that sticking up problem will be remedied. And then you see you've got 6 micro adjusts there, which is great. Nice finishing on that clasp as well. Like I said, fully milled clasp. Then you've got solid end links. And look at the that design, that fluted bezel design carries on to the bottom. I mean, that is just such a nice touch. I mean, I'm just thinking cost-wise, you know, that cost a little pretty penny to add that touch to the underside of the watch. And you don't get much out of it, though. I guess you would see it on the side, just like that, as it sits on your wrist. I'll put it on later after I resize the bracelet, because I'm sure this is too small for me. So I think you get a hint of it, there, but really it's subtle. I mean, just what a nice detail to carry on that theme to the backside. Absolutely beautiful. All right, and you've got solid links. They've got a nice articulation to them, and they drop down immediately from the lugs. So for smaller wrists, that will hug your wrists nicely. And this is a slightly domed sapphire crystal. You can see there a single dome. So you've got that distortion as you get towards the angle. On the production version, it will have anti-reflective coating added to both the top side and the underside of this sapphire crystal. Let me dive into that dial more before we get some measurements. So you see the name of the brand, Conqueror, printed at the top, and then you've got that applied logo. Man, I love that logo. That is so beautiful. It looks great at the 12 spot too. Man, that's a nice touch. Then you've got automatic and 100 meters printed near the bottom, and then Japan movement down here at the 6 o'clock spot. You've got a date complication, and it's framed with a little bit of polish, and which looks like it matches the markers, the indices. And then you've got a printed chapter ring on the Riot. That is very slick. And so that dial, that concentric portion there near the indices, it's very subtle to the naked eye. I mean, remember, we're zoomed in pretty close here. You likely will not have your eye right on top of the watch in normal everyday conditions. Maybe when you're inspecting it, but not as you just wear it. I can't say enough about that logo. Something about it I just really attracted. That is just a classic, stylish, classy logo. Love that. Oh, it's very cool. And again, we see in the light that fluted bezel picking up there. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then let me show you a couple of things about the Quartz version. So you see any immediate differences? Okay, so it definitely doesn't have that radial step down that we just talked about. And then on the chapter ring, you've only got 5-minute increments. There's no minute track on that Riot. Other than that, it looks to be very similar. It looks like the same handset, or no, actually the handset is a little different too. Very cool. Still got that fluted bezel, still with the signed crown. Looks to be the same bracelet. And case back is going to be closed because there's no need for you to see any of those parts in there. I mean, you could, but it's not really popular. So then you've got this case back for the Quartz version that has got their logo on it again. Might as well fly that bad boy, man. Be proud of it. That's a great logo. Water resistant, 10 ATM. Then we've got a serial number here. I'm not sure if that's going to be on the production models, the serial number. I have a feeling it's just for these prototypes to kind of keep them in order. Then stainless steel case back and sapphire crystal. So another obvious thing, well, not so obvious to you right now, but I will point it out, is that the Quartz version is going to be a little thinner. I'll measure them both just to see what these are, but I do know that the production model, that it's going to be each 41 millimeter in diameter and 47 millimeters lug to lug, 20 millimeter lug openings for your watch band, and tapers down to 18 at the clasp. But then as far as the thickness goes, 9.5 millimeters for the Quartz and 11 millimeters for the automatic. So again, I'll measure here in a bit to get some real life measurements, but it's really kind of a moot point because regardless of what I get here, what I just told you is what they're going to be. What I just said. All right, so for that reference, 41.2, lug to lug of 48, so we're losing a millimeter there in the production version. Case thickness of 12.3, so you're losing over a millimeter in case thickness. It's going to be even thinner than this. That's great. And these are still 20 millimeter lug width. 41.1, 47.8, thickness of 10.9. Basically, this is going to be even thinner. It's going to be 9.5. and the automatic is going to be what this is now. Hard to see a millimeter difference, isn't it? But you'll notice it when it's on your wrist. So that's what I think about first with these, talking about it being on your wrist, is that what a great everyday watch. You got 100 meters of water resistance. You've got this nice sport watch look to it, but it can also dress up very easily. I mean, I really think that of this white dial that, you can see wearing that with a suit, and, look at that fluted bezel. It adds a nice little touch, a little pop, zing to it. But you got this nice stainless steel bracelet, class everything up. So what a great everyday watch. I mean, again, you could be in shorts and a t-shirt or in a suit with this thing, and in the pool, in the ocean, at the lake, etc. Just a perfect everyday watch. And here's your luminescence shot. You've got the automatic on the left and the quartz on the right. Now, you'll notice that the handset seems to be a little brighter than the indices. I think that's going to be normal, though the production model will have much brighter lume on the hands, is what I'm told. All right, we're all sized up, and today I'm wearing the Seiko SNK N03. This is part of the Recraft series. This is a little more of a dress watch than a sport watch, but it rides the line, because it's got some water resistance. And we started looking at the blue one first, so we'll swap and go over to the white quartz version this time. All right, there it is on my 8-inch wrist. Great fit, huh? Again, that's a 41 millimeter. And let me show you the blue automatic now. Yeah. And so if I didn't point it out, so you've got high polish links in the center and then brushed on the edges. And then the top surface here on the edge of the lugs is brushed, as well as the side of the case. And then that fluted bezel is obviously high polish, and then that little sliver of bezel right there is high polish. So that's the part of flash that you get to tie in with the center link on the bracelet. While we're talking about it, that's what I should have done, is just taken it off and shown you. So there you see nice brushing on the sides. And then you've got that high polish on that edge of the bezel, right to the fluted bezel. The side of the fluted bezel is high polish as well. And then you see it underneath on that fluted bezel that's underneath as well. You see that high polish little sandwich there. But very nice finishing. Yeah, so this thing's just a beauty. They both are, right? I'm not sure. I think I would like the minute track like you have on the Riot here on the automatic. I think I'd like the minute track there, but I don't know if it's there was no mention of that change. Maybe the idea is that, instead of just having the only difference that quartz versus automatic, you got to have some kind of subtle difference, which, by the way, I think I alluded to the logo possibly being different in the opening, and they're not. They're identical. It looked like this one had a different color look to it on the blue dial as opposed to the white dial when I first saw it. But no, it was just me. Just little tricks with my eyes. But anyway, having a difference, I think, is kind of nice, that you have something to choose from in the two. So, I mean, that is a very clean look, not having that minute track. And then that defeats the whole purpose of any of your second hands not hitting the markers, right? I kind of like that. I'd rather have no minute track, so that if it's not going to hit them, I just won't know. But yeah. That's a nice clean look. So these are the Conquer Vici, and it's going to be a Kickstarter going live in September. Now, it's been a long time in the works to get this watch off the ground, and follow Conquer on Instagram if you're on Instagram. That way you can get any notifications if anything changes and or when the Kickstarter goes live, because that's what we've all been doing. There's a lot of people that are rooting for Kim, the CEO, to really hit the ground running with this watch. He's got a lot of followers and a lot of people that are really excited for him to bring this to market. So I hope you're one of them as well. So when that Kickstarter launches, right now slated for September 23rd, 2022, the Swiss Ronda Quartz is going to be $199, and the Miyota 9015 Automatic is going to be $389. Now, those are Kickstarter prices only. You've got to jump in on the Kickstarter to get those prices. And he's going to do a little bonus as well. The first 100 orders will also include a free French Epson leather strap. It's a $65 value, so you'll be able to change out this bracelet for that strap as well. You'll have both of them. You'll have the option to do it yourself, is what I mean. So, like I said, follow him on Instagram. I'll leave a link down in the description below. And otherwise, leave your comments and let me know what you think of these two. Which one would you go for, the automatic or the quartz, or both? Huh? They're both nice. So leave your comment and we'll talk about it. Also, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button right now while you're thinking of it. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you're not subscribed yet, I'd love to have you along as a subscriber so you can catch all my videos. Until next time, I'm Witt with so many watches, so little time and money.